Hello, hello. We are here. We are back. Apologies on the last two lives. Apparently there was no volume on one and the other one was just static. I was using a different phone at the time, so that's probably what happened. I did work on a couple more cards. This one's only partially done, my little Road Rager. Hey Google, turn off the music. So I'm kind of excited about that. We've got the bottom of the ocean, road rage, penguin, and test, which is upside down. Apparently someone's failed the test. That's what it looks like. The bottom of the ocean, they've hit at the lowest low that someone can go. They failed the test. Now they're in a bit of rage because of it. I mean, I don't know how you can be mad because you failed the test. It was your choice. You know what I mean? It's always easier to deal with stuff when you just own it. You just own it. And then we've got penguin upside down leaving the group. Maybe this penguin is not leaving the group. We'll see how it goes. For anyone who's new, these are cards that I made. They are in the process of, I'm going to get the back. Oh, darn. I'm going to get the back of the card done, and then I'll probably start seeing if I can get the original, the OG deck up and printed, and then they'll have different groupings that you can add to it. I don't know if anyone's going to want a deck this big, but I mean, it's an option. We've got a restaurant and a hospital, so someone could be ending up in the hospital after being at a restaurant. We've got court here. There's a heavy weight about a court situation. And we still have got the penguin, and I don't have the little container that these originally go in. So I will have to improvise. I must have left it in the front. Girl, your breath is so hot. You're going to have to go somewhere else. Oh boy. Hope everyone had a good day today. From what I understand, Saturn is in retrograde and Saturn is nothing nice. Oh, look, we've got fireworks, a planned situation, a planned occurrence. Someone was planning something, and it wasn't cheap to plan it either. It was a man-made situation, so whatever happened, it was intentional. We've got wind up. Someone was probably paid to wind somebody up. And then I always just move the cards because I don't want to see what's on the front, and I don't want to know what's on the back, and I don't want to know what's in the middle, because that's where we pull from. Back of the deck and the overall energy is a gesture. Someone who is hired to entertain or to distract. Maybe someone who thinks it's funny. Whatever it is. Center of the deck, we've got direction. What direction is someone going in? What path will they take? Science, it's an experiment project. Maybe someone's hired someone to run some kind of experiment on somebody. This day and age, you would never believe in a million years the kinds of experiments that they've been doing on people unknowingly. But then again, does it surprise you considering all the other experiments that they had done in the past? It's all coming to light now. It's all documented. The files are all released. You just have to know how to look them up on the internet. It's like seriously just information that's available for everyone to go ahead and check out. Since we got into the age of Aquarius, I would have to say, it's pretty shocking all the truths that have been exposed and shared, and It is what it is. It was just the way it's all meant to be, though, right? They kind of have to let it come out a little by little so that way everyone's not up in arms. That's the way that they keep control of things. Consequences, karma, for doing this little science experiment. Whatever it was, whatever it may be. We've got tulips. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to take the leaves off that are not so great when it comes to flowers. And I learned that if you take the main leaf off of a tulip, pretty much the stem is not going to be able to stand on its own. So there's that. So it could be that someone had support from somebody and now that support is being taken away because of perhaps the games that they played or the experiments they conducted, or maybe they tested the waters a little bit too long, kept pushing the envelope. Maybe they were reenacting the same experiment over and over and over again because it worked for them the first time. And they're trying to get the same result that they got last time, but because maybe the control that they use in the experiment isn't the same, perhaps that's why. We've got the brown bag. Someone's left holding the bag. They could have stopped, but they continued to go on. So now they're left empty, holding an empty bag. Plus, what we got plus? The voodoo doll. So not only are they being held with an empty bag, but they also have the remnants or the not proof, evidence, the evidence of the voodoo doll. They were trying to empty someone's bag. They were trying to conceal something. They kept on trying to conceal. We've got the bus. Someone is being taken to school. We've got belief systems and transmutation. So someone's being taken to school in regards to belief systems and transmutation, whatever it is that they're transmuting. Some are better at doing that than others. It's kind of like when people are able to adapt, or they're able to grow or evolve from mishaps or short end of the stick, or situations that weren't that great, but you're able to move through them and transmute the energy of what it is that maybe the result was, and you just kind of grow from that and you heal from it. Some people can't do that. Maybe it has something to do with their belief systems or lack of belief systems. I know for myself and my beliefs, I've been very open about that. I believe in the Most High. And I also believe in the direction that Jesus was trying to teach everybody as far as being, the consciousness of love and what love really entails, and that place that can be if it's based on love. But unfortunately, the darker side of things was given 7 years free reign on the planet in order to do their best, in order to change the hearts of the people who do believe in that kind of way. And granted, we don't know the amount of time of what the time frame is, because heaven time is different than earth time, right? It's kind of like time blindness, I guess. I know people who have ADD, I am one of those people, do have time blindness on some cases, and that's just something that you have to overcome or learn the tools and know how to manage that. So clothesline, someone's being left out to dry. They were transmuting the fact that they were being left out to dry, and that's what people are getting educated on. It's like, you can leave this person out to dry. You can do voodoo on them if you want to. You could try to empty their resources or conceal whatever it is that you've been doing that you could have stopped doing, but you kept on choosing to do it, all the while trying to distract them from everything that has been going on. But because of their belief systems, that they're able to transmute whatever it is that they've been going through and turn it around into something positive. And they're doing all of this in order to find out what direction that they're going to go into. It's all an experiment. So for the people who have been causing this or doing this, and karma is here, and karma has no support. There's no support in their karma. And now they're looking side to side and wondering, what in the heck? Now what do we do? Maybe they don't have the support of all the people that were on their little wagon in creating these distractions and experiments. Where they've gone, I have no idea. No idea. Maybe they've gone on a plane somewhere. Maybe they're traveling to another country or a distance that requires a plane. Traveling over water. We've got a pattern here. Wherever they're going, it's a pattern, right? Maybe someone has successfully found the pattern. Love me not. Someone who has low self-esteem or insecurities. Because if you were in a healthy relationship, then you would know exactly how that person felt about you. Maybe this person doesn't even know if they love themselves or not. They always say you can't love another fully until you've learned how to love yourself fully. And it's just it's so unfortunate when people have to destroy something beautiful in order to figure it out, when you could just talk about it. Ask questions. Active listening and responding with love in your heart and empathy. We've got two. It takes two, that's for sure. Some kind of decision that needs to be made. Involves two people, perhaps. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Trying to sugarcoat something. Trying to deal something. Maybe there's the two choices, and so someone's trying to decide how they're going to go ahead and deliver this message. But Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and Humpty Dumpty is completely cracked open, right? Humpty Dumpty was a bit arrogant. I think there was two sides of the story. Walking on eggshells, busted or broke, fell off, fall down. Other versions of the story is arrogant and condescending. He was a villain, bold, and an inherent risk taker. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again, so it was pretty much a lost cause. Maybe there is no way to get this sugar-coated. There is no way to deliver the message or the situation. It's a lost cause. I hate to say that. We've got props and storage coming out together. Props is like a performance, wearing a mask. Maybe all of the different things that were done in this experiment is all kept in storage. They're all memories. Somebody's belongings are being held or stored away. You got to pay a price for that every month to have someone store that, you know? So as far as all of this stuff that was happening, I mean, you got to pay a price. We've got Medusa here. She was, talk about blaming the victim. From what I understand, Medusa was like a victim in a situation, and then her friend was mad about it, and so that she go ahead and um, harmed her even more because she was jealous about it. It's like, how are you jealous of a victim? Well, if she wasn't so pretty, then it probably wouldn't have happened to her. So, I'll just help her out and make it so nobody wants to deal with her at all. All right. Maybe that's what the props were. The props were trying to create some kind of scenario, like the fireworks, trying to create some kind of scenario so people would see this person in a different way. Like in her heart and inside of herself, she's a beautiful person. She's loving, she's kind, she's caring, she's considerate, she's thoughtful, she's wifey material. But because someone else is envious or jealous of that, they create all of these scenarios to make it so other people would not see her that way, and that anyone that she would to love would turn their backs on her and walk away the other direction. And here we are making the deal with the devil. And maybe in order to be able to do this with everybody, maybe this person made some kind of promises to these people or to the devil himself, which in my idea is just the darker side of things. When you continue to go down the path of making poor choices and you are constantly having to backpedal on those choices or whatnot, pretty much you've just made a deal with the devil because you can't even live in authenticity. Now you're at the mercy of those poor decisions and whatever was being done to this person. Nutrition, vitamins, and essential oils. This person needs a healthier lifestyle. On that note, folks, be mindful that essential oils for kids who are under 3 years old, there are certain scents that they cannot tolerate. So you have to be mindful of that, especially for infants. They cannot tolerate the smell or the oil. It could cause some kind of reaction to them where it's not good for their breathing. Cats and dogs, they have different lists of things that they can tolerate. Pregnant people, there are certain things that they should not be using as far as essential oils. And certain smells can actually trigger people to have a seizure reaction, like rosemary's one, sage is another, and I think there was another one, but I don't recall. So just be mindful. If you do use essential oils, make sure you do the research on them. So this nutrition, putting it in a pipe and smoking it, nutrition, vitamins, and essential oils, and putting it in a pipe, you can smoke that. Awareness, 420 smoker. Maybe the healthy awareness. Maybe this person is aware of living healthy. Maybe their health is at risk. Maybe it's a pipe dream. How funny. And then we've got dream catcher coming out. The dream catchers catch all the negative dreams that happen. It protects you from the negative spirits. So if you're having a hard time, if your heart is pure or whatever, and you feel like you're having bad dreams or nightmares or whatnot, you might want to get a dream catcher, or you can open the Bible and perhaps read the Bible before bed, or whatever religious material that you prefer, because we have different belief systems for all different people. But the underlying quality in all religions, I would like to think, is love, right? And love is kind, love is patient, love is not self-serving, it is not jealous. And I guess you could look up the rest because I don't know it verbatim. But you could also open your Bibles to your favorite verses. For protection, I would go with Psalms, from what I understand, and that should be able to help as well. We've got multiplied, Dreamcatcher multiplied. Somebody's dreams are going up in smoke faster than we can even imagine because they've made the deal with the devil. Their health and their dreams going up in smoke. We've got Ram, which is an Aries. Someone could be trying to push some kind of initiative, thought process, belief system, opinion, storyline, having the cake and eating it too, trying to maybe convince other people to follow along with them. It could have something to do with a celebration. It's not a birthday because there's no candles. Could have something to do with offering somebody a piece. They're offering someone a small piece, but they're going to keep that whole cake otherwise. We've got a zombie. Mindless actions, old habits returning. We have a bear in hibernation. Usually that's the winter time. They hibernate in the winter in order to stay warm from the cold. This bear is ready to come on out. Maybe someone's poking the bear from doing all of their mindless actions and all their repeated experimental work that they thought worked for them before, so they're going to keep on trying it. Someone's an actual shark. All they're doing is trying to bait you. Warrior. Doesn't matter how often, because sleeping and sleeping, this warrior just sleeps at night. Has no idea, is oblivious to all of what goes on around her, but she's got her little warrior spirit that goes off while she's sleeping and handles all of these hardships and all of these battles and all of these things that need to be taken care of, working behind the scenes. That impossible itch, that little warrior is not going to stop. That little warrior is going to keep reaching for that itch until it's satisfied. This card is a little bit odd. I recognize that. It's probably going to go in the deck with the zombie and the Medusa. And I'm probably going to put the voodoo in that deck as well. And probably making a deal with the devil will be in there as well. But the impossible itch is like you're sitting right next to somebody who can help you. It's like, why are you not asking for help? Alleviate the situation by getting help, asking for help. There will never be any kind of true satisfaction in any kind of situation that is built on a lie or dishonesty or manipulation. There'll be no fulfillment. You'll always be yearning for more, or they will always be yearning for more. It's just the way it works. You've got 4 rows. Just seems like we're just repeating itself. We've got our belly rub. Somebody's in a vulnerable state. We've got a dodgeball here. Remember when you used to play, well, I don't know, but you play dodgeball and it's like you throw the ball and you try to move out of its way so it doesn't hit you. If it hits you, you're out. So someone might be in a vulnerable state of getting maybe even hit. We've got gloves. They're fighting. Fighting being framed. Or protecting themselves from being framed. Invokes emotion, connection, special person, the framework of a plan or project. Framed or framing, special moment, special person, special occasion, artist, art, piece, or portrait. Smear campaign. Seriously? So someone was in a vulnerable state and they dodged. They dodged the situation. They protected themselves from being framed in a smear campaign. There's memories here, there's documentation, there's paparazzi, there's footage, film, proof. Keeping somebody out of something. The center card is the nutrition, vitamins, and essential oils, which means that everything else is going around this scenario. It is important to keep up on somebody's nutrition, vitamins, and essential oils, making sure you're staying hydrated, taking care of yourself, keeping yourself healthy. We've got the vulnerability here with the corner of hanging out to dry. So it's important to really protect your vulnerability when it comes to situations where you could be hung out to dry. And I would think that that would only be in situations where you're trying to help somebody and they're not in a position to even return the help, so to speak. Like if you're doing something for somebody and let's just say that you're a neighbor and you go over and you go walk somebody's dog all the time, but one night you're not feeling well, so you ask them if they can walk their dog, and they're like, no, I can't. I have to go do something else. And you said you'd help me, so now you have to help me. Well, I'm not feeling well, so would you mind just go ahead and covering it for tonight? No, I'm not going to. So sorry. So now you're sitting there thinking, well, what about the dog? That's not fair for the dog when the dog is expecting to be able to go outside and take a walk and use the restroom, right? So that could be in a situation where you're realizing that this person does not appreciate and they don't care about anybody else but themselves at the time at this time. And so maybe you're like having to put boundaries up so you're not held or stuck with the empty bag. Healthy boundaries. There's an idea brewing with a male seahorse, someone in their masculine energy that takes things and grows them, trying to balance out the scales, someone who is in an honorable position. Mind you, female seahorses will leave the male seahorse if she finds out that he's sick. So if he's sick, she's gone. Otherwise, they mate forever. We've got taking the lead. Balance is taking the lead. The justice system is taking the lead in something. Or being led. Bless those who curse you, for you will be blessed. Meaning, you're not doing it for the blessing. You're doing it because it's the right thing to do, right? When you see someone is struggling with something, even if it's this person who we use as an example about the dog, and if you see that they're in a position where they're only caring about themselves and they don't care about anybody else, say a prayer for that person. Ask for them to be enlightened or shown a better way. Ask for their healing, for their awareness, for their whatever it is that they need in order to become someone who actually cares about other people. That's what it means when you actually pray for other people. When you wish them well, because the more people that are healthy, the better the world is going to be. And in the end, because the world is a better place, that also blesses you because now you're living in a world that's blessed. We've got a magician here. What is that? Illusion, magic. Things appearing different than what they are, saith the Lord. Things going on behind the scenes. Someone speaking with authority and in truth. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm not going to do the other two sets of cards. It's late. I got to get up early, and that is it. I hope you had a great day, or will have a great day, depending on when you're seeing this. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your subscribes. I appreciate your comments. And make it great, because there's something in every day that you can actually find in it. At least one thing to make it great. With that being said, take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.